If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Let's get into it. Well, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of TED Talks Guitars and Life. Well, my friends, you are looking at the pickguard from the Spectrum guitar that belonged to my nephew's father, and we are copacetically attempting to whip that bad boy into shape. In past videos, we did address the body of the guitar. We did copacetically fill in the strap button holes so that our screws will not be stripped and strap buttons won't be all loosey-goosey like, baby. We did do some dent repair, refill kind of things. Guys, you can go back in the playlist, just look for the keyword Spectrum and you'll see everything we did to the body. In the last video, we tackled the neck. We took care of our fretwork and got that guitar neck ready to be adjoined to a guitar body. But before we're going to do any of that, we need to do a couple things on the electronics. So, when I first was assessing the guitar, we had nothing in the fourth position or the second position, depending on who you roll with, baby. We're going to call it the fourth position for our purposes this evening. And as I just sort of jacked with the switch a little bit, lo and behold, we ended up with something in the fourth position. So that just tells me that we need to do some cleaning on the back. I've looked at all the wires. No wires are loosey-goosey. I'm going to be reassessing those in this video. And if we need to resolder anything, we will do that in the video. The other thing, the bridge pickup, the magnet was coming off of it. So we are going to need to glue that back on to that magnet. And we need to be cleaning this up, guys. It did still have a little bit of plastic on the pick guard. And so we will be copacetically removing that plastic and trying to clean this up just a little bit. It's just dingy, dirty, kind of filthy down here. And I'm not sure if that discolorization is from cigarette smoke or what, but it looks like a guitar has been played in a bar for years and years and years. So we're also going to spray some deoxit in these pots. In other words, I'm trying to save all the electronics and keep it stock on this guitar. I've got pots, I've got a switch, I've got pickups. We could replace everything. But if I can get it back to stock, since it was his dad's guitar, that's what we're going to do. So, guys, if you fancy an adventure with electronics, Jack, why don't you run out to the kitchen, grab yourself a Diet Coke and a popcorn, baby. Meet me back at the workbench, man. Come on, guys, get your snacks. Let's get into it. Well, all right, my friends, because I am not put together very well. I did all that and I forgot to hit record, Jack. So sorry to get to hear the theme music tonight, at least in this part of the vid. So what did we do off camera? Well, my friends, I did copacetically deinstall everything from the pick guard. Why, Ted, why did you deinstall everything from the pick guard? Well, I'll tell you, friends. I remembered that this pick guard is warped right here, thus the iron. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this pick guard on that block of wood. I'm going to put a couple layers of this towel over it. I'm put some heat on it. See if I can't unwarp that. Maybe that's a fool's errand, maybe not. We're going to find out. So the iron is heating up, so we'll talk about other stuff I did. I did spray deoxit into all those pots and then I worked them for quite a while. I sprayed just a touch in the switch as well and worked it. Something like that. Yep, did that for a long time. The pickups in the lower half of this pick guard were covered in some kind of funk, man. I don't know what that was. So I did copacetically take some cleaning solution and a shop towel scenario and I cleaned it up. Here's what's funny, guys. I thought there was an extra film on there, because when I took off the knobs, I saw plastic, but there's no more film on that, Jack. I think all that yellow is just, I don't know, man, smoke, I'm not sure. You can see under the volume and the tones, you've got that bright white look. Also up here under the neck, almost pure white, Jack. By contrast, your knobs, which I have cleaned, are yellowish as well. So, I don't know, man. I guess there was not an extra layer of plastic on that pick guard, Jack. Alright, so we've done everything by way of cleaning. One thing I have not done, I have not dealt with the magnet. We'll do that together. That we can do, my friends. So in full disclosure, my friends, talk to John over at Smoke Eater Guitars, baby. And John helped me to avoid making a critical error, my friends, because I was going to attempt to put CA glue right there. And John said, CA glue will work. However, you need some kind of gel CA glue. Regular CA glue, which is very thin super glue, is too thin. And it's just going to go run all down inside there. So don't do that, Jack. So he recommended some Loctite gel super glue. Yeah, man. Let's get it open. How much glue do you put on this to hold a magnet down? Guys, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to put a little glue down the back of this magnet. Something like that. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the pickup, avoiding the open holes. And I'm going to attempt, and the key word is always attempts at TED Talks Guitars and Life. Stick this on there, baby. Mr. Pen clamp. Okay. So we have copacetically glued our magnet to that pickup with some gel CA glue, Loctite. So now for the fun stuff. Now I'm going to attempt, I wonder if I should moisten this cloth a little bit. I think I'm going to do that, guys. Well, okay, my friends, we don't hide our mistakes at TED Talks Guitars and Life. We own them, Jack. Anyway, my friends, I didn't have the iron on. At least I didn't have the iron on hot enough to do anything to this, baby. So we're going to try this again, okay? One layer of towel, plastic pick guard, hot iron. I'm going to set it on here. I'm going to press down just a little bit, one time. Release. All right, that's doing something, but it's not flattening it out any. I can't sit it directly on the plastic, right? It would melt. Let's count, guys. 1004. Okay, I think we're getting there. Try it again. I think that's working, guys. I think that's working. The hump is going away. So I think what I want to try to do. Okay, guys. Well, we put our towel, we put our iron. The longest I let it sit was for 10 seconds. I was pushing down on it pretty hard. This did become malleable, and so I've clamped it. Hey, Sparky, I saw your Tele box, man. Look cool, man. Your little control plate doohickey. Yeah, baby. Anyway, this is mine that Howard made for me. But anyway, stout piece of wood, flat cork block. Got my Mr. Pen clamp doing its best job, baby. Mr. Pen is also copacetically still holding that pickup magnet on. In fact, I'm not going to release that yet. I'm going to give all this a little bit of time, and we'll come back and look at it, Jack. Yeah, man. Maybe an hour or so. What do you think? Yeah, let's give it an hour and see what happens, Jack. All right, I'm going to unplug the iron so I don't burn the house down. Stand by. Well, all right, my friends. It's the next morning here. So I'm going to unclamp my Mr. Pen that we did use to hold down that pickup magnet. And again, we used gel CA glue. Yeah, man, Loctite. Thank you, John Smoke Eater Guitars, for a great recommendation. That did do the job, my friend. We set the rig to the side here. Pots feel pretty good after the deoxit. They're not loosey goosey at all, man. I know they're just dime sized pots, but they seem to be pretty steady. Anyway, all right, so let's check out the pick guard. So last night, I think I tried to demonstrate on the camera the best I can how warped that was, and now we're kind of warped the other way, huh? Look at that. Huh. So the pick guard had a big old bulge right here. And now you can tell it's kind of going the other way. So I'm thinking that what I need to do is fire up the iron again. Stand by, guys. Let me get the iron going. Okay, guys. So if you're playing the home game, and I think that you are, the iron thing did work, but I've created a reverse hump. Before it was bulging this way. I think because of the way I clamped it, I'm not quite sure. Or maybe this pick guard is just warped completely. But what I'm thinking is, I need to get it completely flat all the way around. Now, I don't really know how to do that. I don't have, let me see if I have a board. Stand by. Okay, guys, this board is actually out of my desk. My desk has these two kind of pulley out things. Yeah, that's a technical term. It is a technical term. And anyway, I just wanted something that was firm instead of my mat. So I've got this rubber on my mat, and then I've got another rubber mat kind of on top of the rubber mat. So I'm all rubber matted out here. But I'm thinking on this board, checking the hotness of my iron, perhaps it would be easier. We just try to do it this way for a second. So that iron is on full blast heat-wise. So I'm just trying to give it a few seconds, just the weight of the iron. I don't know, guys. Put it in the comments, man. Put it in the comments. Is that warp a big deal? Well, I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but something in me wants to fix it, Jake. I don't know, guys. Maybe that's an illness. I'm not quite sure. This guy's a perfectionist and doesn't know it. Oh, I think I know it. I think I'm just in denial. Can you imagine, guys, what it is to be me? To be a perfectionist and not have the skill set to live into it? Man, how's your day going, guys? Man, what is happening? Man, I'm going to have a fantastic day, man. That is my plan, my friends. That is my plan. Well, let's see what we got. Oh, I see. I think, guys, what's happening is that I may be like, okay, now it's kind of, okay. All right, I think maybe, oh, guys, I think maybe I'm melting this. I see our little hump is kind of back. I don't know, guys. We may have to leave well enough alone, man. Man, I just wanted that to be. You know what I have, guys, at my disposal? Stand by. Well, guys, I don't know what you're doing today, man, but I pray that you're surrounded by people who love and affirm you, baby. Yeah, man. People who get you, you feel what I'm saying? People who love you, champion you, support you in all things guitars and life, my friends. I really, really do. Guys, there is no better thing than good friends, man. Walk along life with you. And that's what you guys are for me on the channel, man. I can't thank y'all enough for hanging out. You're the whole reason I do what I do, Jack. All right, guys. So, my pick guard in my assessment, I'm melting this a little bit or deforming it. Okay. So, it occurred to me that my desk drawer has two of these doohickeys. Technical term. It is a technical term. Yeah, man. These little cutting board things, little shelves that pull out of my desk so that I can write and whatever. So what I'm going to attempt to do is I'm going to take the iron and I'm going to pass through this time not 10 seconds, a few seconds all the way up, maybe all the way over this way. And then I'm going to throw that board on top of that and maybe that'll sandwich it. Hey, BBM, we got us a hamburger situation, baby. Let's start this way. Guys, it's at times like these when I wish I had a couple cinder blocks, baby. Had I thought about it, I would have put my Mr. Pen clamps on either side of these boards. I didn't think about it. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to let that sit for a while, guys. I'll be back with you. Stand by. All right, guys, it's been about 30 minutes. My iron is still warm. So I'm going to do this a couple more times for the flatness factor. I think what I'll tell you what, let me do. Let me get a different apparatus. Okay, guys, my iron is still a little bit warm. I think my heat was too high. This is parchment paper. It was funny. I asked my wife last night. I said, what's the highest setting on an iron? And she said, what are you ironing? I said, what do you mean? She said, like cotton or linen or baby, plastic. She was like, plastic? I don't know, guys. Is this going to work? I have no idea. Now, maybe you're wondering, is his board completely flat? Guess I don't know. It's the only board I had, man. So this iron is technically turned off. I did have it on the what I think is the highest setting. I don't know how irons work. So this guy should read the instructions. I know, right? But my thought was is the iron was too hot and it was melting. And that cloth was not exactly a flat cloth. That towel had texture to it. So I thought, well, maybe it's parchment paper. I don't know, guys. Put it in the comments, man. Guys, I could buy another pick guard. I could just leave it on here warped. We could just call it character. But I'm just thinking, you know, if I could flatten this, let's make it flat, baby. Hey, you remember that time when Tid melted a pick guard? Oh yeah, man, that was awesome. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I gotta think this is maybe helping. Maybe it's not. Pick guards are cheap, man, but this is the original pick guard that was on the guitar, Jack. That means something to me, man, this morning. All right, now I think I'm ready to apply my second board. And again, I really wish I had a couple cinder blocks or something, some weight to put on top of the second board, but I just don't have anything like that at my disposal. All right, guys, going in. Wonder if I could stand on my desk. I'd love to see you try. Yeah, I know you would, Mr. Critic. Keep telling you, man, nobody likes you, dude. Somebody loves me. Oh, come on, man. Guys, we're not doing that anymore. The critic guy. All right, guys, I'm gonna let that sit for a little while. I'll check back with you, Jack. Well, guys, if you're thinking, man, that sure is a lot of work, Ted, to try to get an old jacked up pickguard straight, why are you knocking yourself out, man? Well, my friends, it's important to me that if we can redeem this pickguard and use all the stock parts on my nephew's dad's guitar, I'd like to honor him in that way and retain it for my nephew. My brother-in-law Steve was a good man, a really sweet dude, man. He loved hard, he lived hard, he drank hard, man, and he had COPD, and all those factors combined, man, just took him way too early, man. I know, guys, it's always too early, isn't it? So I want to do the best job I can do for my nephew. All right, let's see what we got, Jack. I'll put my desk back together. Well, guys, it ain't perfect, man, but I think it's a little bit better. We've still got a little bit, just a slight hump right here. And I don't know what it would take to get that hump out, but I just don't think I have what it takes. There's one more thing I could try. Let me just try this one thing. I don't know why I'm asking, like I'm asking your permission, man. Not holding anybody hostage, man. It's funny, man, YouTube analytics being what they are, and I don't really spend a whole lot of time looking at YouTube analytics, guys. That stuff will drive you crazy, man. If you got a channel and you're worried about views and memberships and, algorithms, and man, that'll suck the joy out of this quick, fast, and in a hurry, man. Well, unless you're soaring to the top, man. I guess if you're soaring to the top, it changes everything, but for me, man, I can't spend too much time worried about that, man. I was talking to Brant last night and talking about just our channels and really talking about all of you more than anything, and just how great it is, man, that we have friends with common interests. And yeah, man, it's kind of why I got into all this, man. So that said, for those of you who are trying to grow channels and kind of in your feelings a little bit about, which person has how many subs, and, gee, their channel hadn't been around very long and they got, all these people, and I've been around for a minute and I've been really trying and I've been doing all the things and I don't have, the, the same subscription count or popularity or whatever it is you're wrestling with, man. Guys, give yourself grace, man. Your channel is great. Okay? What makes you great, what makes us want to hang out with you, ain't got nothing to do with your algorithm. We hang out with you because we dig you, baby. We don't care how many subscriptions you have. Now, if you care, I get that, man. I feel that. When I started my channel, there were things that I wanted out of it, man. I had goals and objectives, and goals and objectives are fantastic, man. But guys, look, man, here's just a life lesson. Comparison is the thief of joy, my friends. The thief of joy. Looking at what other people got, man. Oh, look at that guy's guitar. Look at that guy's channel. Ooh, look at that guy's lighting. Wow. His sound is so great, Look at his hair. Oh, man. True story. I trimmed my fingernails in between takes because I had dirt under my nails, and I was thinking somebody's going to look at how dirty my nails are. That's how vain we can become, man. No, let me clarify. That's how vain I can become, guys. Guys, look, man. Don't let anybody rent any space in your head about who you are and what you do, Jack. You do you, baby. I mean that with my whole heart. All right, my friends, we've got Mr. Penn employed, and this is more holding down this side of the pick guard than that side, but this is the side where the hump was. So I know I keep saying this, but I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, and then guys, it's gonna be what it'll be. If we've got that warp, we've got it, Jack. All right, stand by. Well, I didn't have a cinder block, so I went with a soft pretzel and a Diet Coke. That's probably not adding a lot of weight. Let me get my pretzel off. Actually, I'm gonna have a little snack here, guys, while we wait. Auntie Anne's frozen pretzels. Hey, Mike. Not a sponsored vid, Jack. Well, all right, my friends. Let's see what we got, Jack. Yeah, guys, man, I sure have appreciated hanging out with you today. Talking about guitars and life, my friends. Special shout out to the Jacks, our channel members, for all your love, support, encouragement, and constant edification. Yeah, man. Say it in every video. Mean it with my whole heart, Jack. You guys are the best. Well, we've still got a little humpalicious there. But we're going to go with that, guys. So yeah, guys, what we're going to do now is put all of our parts back on this pick guard. Jack, get ready to put this guitar back together, baby. Here we go.
If it's a day called today, come rain, sleet, or snow, we're talking guitars and life, Jack. Get your popcorn and Diet Coke and come on to the show. Let's go. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Once upon a Tuesday night, Ted's talking guitars and life. Hey! If it's a day called today, another guitar, some stories, and a video. Lots of cool folks are gathering in the comment section. Get your beverage, your favorite snack, and come on to the show. Let's go. Come on, Jack. Get up to get down. Let's get into it. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Once upon it's Tuesday night, Ted's talking guitars and life.
Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Hey, rock on with your bad selves, everybody. Catch you down the road.